Dear students, in your previous class you have learned about congruency of figures. Two figures are said to be congruent if they are equal in shape and size. So here in this section we shall learn about triangles and similarity of triangles. So what do you mean by similarity? So two figures are said to be similar if they have same shape but not necessarily the same size. That means all the circles are similar. Previously we know that the circles having same radius are congruent. So but all the circles are similar. The squares having same side are congruent, but all the squares are similar. And all equilateral triangles are similar. So here we conclude that the figures having same shape are said to be similar. So we can say that all congruent figures are similar, but all similar figures necessarily not to be congruent. So two polygons, where two polygons are said to be similar, two polygons of the same number of sides are similar if their corresponding angles are equal and their corresponding sides are in the same ratio or in same proportion. So here in this chapter we shall learn about similarity of triangles. So let us discuss about that. So what is the similarity of two triangles? What is the condition for two triangles said to be similar? Two triangles are similar if their corresponding angles are equal and their corresponding sides are in equal ratio or in equal proportion. If corresponding angles of two triangles are equal, then they are known as equiangular triangles. So a famous Greek mathematician Thales gave an important truth relating to equiangular triangles, that the ratio of any two corresponding sides of two equiangular triangles is always the same. So by using this statement, he used a theorem, or he gave the proof of a theorem that is popularly known as basic proportionality theorem or Thales theorem. So let us prove that theorem. Here is the basic proportionality theorem, or this theorem is known as Thales theorem. The statement is, if a line is drawn parallel to one side of a triangle to intersect the other two sides at two distinct points, the other two sides are divided in the same ratio. Here it is given that in triangle ABC, DE parallel to BC and DE cut AC at E and AB at D. So to prove, we have to prove AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. Then construction. So here draw DM perpendicular to E. AE. Draw DM perpendicular to AE and EN perpendicular to AD and join DC and BE. Then proof. So now, what is the area of the triangle ADE if we will take the base as AD and EN as height or altitude? The area of triangle ADE is equal to half AD into NE. Then area of triangle BDE is equal to BDE. So base is BD and altitude is NE. So half BD multiplied with NE. So this implies the area of triangle ADE by area of triangle BDE is equal to half AD multiplied with NE divided by half BD multiplied with NE. So this is equal to AD by BD. So this is our equation 1. Again, if we will find the area of the triangle AD by taking AE as base, the area of triangle ADE is equal to half multiplied with AE and altitude is DM, and the area of triangle DEC. So here base is CE. DE in triangle DEC, base is CE and height is DM. Half CE multiplied with DM. So this implies the area of triangle ADE divided by the area of triangle DEC is equal to half AE multiplied with DM divided by half CE multiplied with DM. So this is equal to AE by CE. So this is our equation 2. So you compare equation 1 and 2. Here in the left hand side, the numerator is the area of triangle AD. Here also the area of triangle AD. And here denominator area of triangle BD. Here in the denominator the area of triangle DEC. So now you see in the figure what is the relationship between the area of triangle BDE and DEC. BDE and DEC. These are the two triangles having same base DE and they are in between the same parallels DE and BC. So this implies the area of triangle BDE is equal to area of triangle DEC. But area of triangle BDE is equal to area of triangle DEC having same base and in between the same parallels. So this implies by comparing 1 and 2, AD by BD is equal to AE by C. So here AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So this is proved. So in this way you can prove the basic proportionality theorem. Theorem: if a line divides any two sides of a triangle in the same ratio, then the line is parallel to the third side. So this statement is the converse statement of basic proportionality theorem. So let us prove this. So here it is given that AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. We have to prove that DE is parallel to BC. Then come to proof. So let consider DE is not parallel to BC. So let DE is not parallel to BC. So there will be a line from D that which is parallel to BC. So there is a line segment DE dash parallel to BC. So here let this is DE dash which is parallel to BC. So if D is not parallel to BC, then there exists another line that is DE dash parallel to BC. So if DE dash is parallel to BC according to basic proportionality theorem, this implies AD by DB is equal to AE dash by E dash C by BPT, basic proportionality theorem. But it is given that AD by DB is equal to AE by EC. So this implies AE and AE dash are same. That means there exists no point such E dash such that DE dash is parallel to BC. So this implies DE is parallel to BC. So here this is the proof of the converse statement of the basic proportionality theorem. So let us solve some problems by using these theorems. The example is, if a line intersects side AB and AC of triangle ABC at D and E. So D is the line segment that cuts AB at D and cut AC at E, and is parallel to BC. DE is parallel to BC. So prove that AD by AB is equal to AE by AC. So in triangle ABC, DE parallel to BC. So this implies AD by DB is equal to AE by EC according to basic proportionality theorem. So we can write it as DB by AD is equal to EC by A by writing the reciprocals. So then adding 1 in both sides. So DB by AD plus 1 is equal to EC by AE plus 1. So this implies DB plus AD by AD is equal to EC plus AE by AE. So what is DB plus AD? DB plus AD is equal to AB. So AB by AD is equal to EC plus AE. EC plus AE, so this is equal to SC by AE. So this implies, by again writing the reciprocals, AD by AB, this implies is equal to AE by SC. So this is proved. Next example, ABCD is a trapezium with AB parallel to CD, and E and F are points on non-parallel sides AD and BC respectively, such that EF is parallel to CD. So given in ABCD, AB is parallel to CD and EF is parallel to CD. So to prove AE by ED is equal to BF by FC. Then here construction is required. Construction, join AC. Join AC. Then prove. So we have to prove AE by ED is equal to BF by FC. So let AC intersect EF at point G. It will intersect EF at G. So first we will take the triangle ADC. In this triangle, EG is parallel to DC. It is given. In triangle ADC, EG parallel to DC. It is given. So this implies AE by ED is equal to AG by GC. So this is due to basic proportionality theorem. So let this is our equation 1. Again in the triangle BCA triangle, GF is parallel to AB. GF is parallel to AB. So as AB parallel to GF parallel to AB parallel to GF given. So this is given. So here GF is parallel to AB. So by BPT, basic proportionality theorem, CF by FB is equal to CG by AG, or this implies FB by CF is equal to AG by CG. So this is due to BPT. So let this is our equation 2. So now you compare equation 1 and 2. Here AG by GC is equal to A by ED. Here AG by GC is equal to FB by CF. So comparing 1 and 2, we get AE by ED is equal to FB by CF. So this is proved. Next example, in this figure, PS by SQ is equal to PT by TR. So given PS by SQ is equal to PT by TR in triangle PQR, and angle PST is equal to angle PRQ. PST, this angle is equal to angle PRQ. Then we have to prove PQR is isosceles. Then proof. So here it is given that PS by SQ is equal to PT by TR. So according to the converse basic proportionality theorem, ST will be parallel to QR. So PS by SQ is equal to PT by TR. So this implies ST is parallel to QR by converse BPT. So if ST is parallel to QR, then PST angle will be equal to PQR angle. So this implies angle PST is equal to angle PQR. These are corresponding angles. So this implies, but it is given that angle PST is equal to angle PRQ. So this implies angle PQR is equal to angle PRQ, as angle PST is equal to angle PRQ. This is given. So this implies if two angles are equal, then their opposite sides are equal. So this implies PR is equal to PQ. So this implies PQR triangle is isosceles. So this is proved. So in this way we can use basic proportionality theorem and converse basic proportionality theorem to solve many more problems.